America enjoys a good sex story. There's plenty of literature out there for those longing for rosebud nipples, heavy-lipped twats, and gamey assholes. Consult the appropriate vendor. Now, back to hell. Lily life, petunias, gardenias, hydrangeas, bust my sack, traversing a field naked, stripped of scruples. Mental ping-pong ticking off hours till death when the quest for relevance mercifully desists. The escaped angel abandons those remaining to continue their futile quest for answers. Necrosis liberates her from the tedious unfolding fable. Clueless as to what awaits us in other dimensions, I'm damn comfortable with my ignorance. Anyone I've met claiming to have exceptional insight into such matters has usually proven to be exceptionally full of shit. Once in a dream, I fell out of a plane and plummeted for what felt like hours. No parachute, just unmitigated howling terror. I fell on, re-swallowing my gorge in panic, anticipating the definitive thud awaiting below. But it never came. I bellowed myself hoarse before discovering a steely resignation to face my grisly fate. I continued falling for years until now. Awake, I just flap my arms in futility and watch the vertical landscape rush by in swirls of rapidly changing color. Nonetheless, I will engage when pushed. I steel myself with placid eyes while preparing to lacerate adversaries. A hair-trigger Pavlovian aversion to pain keeps me primed for hasty departure at all times. Preferring wilier, safer tactics, I may assume a Christ-like veneer, behind which resides a reeking cauldron of bile, boiling over frequently but silently. My tolerance for struggle is low. When things become complicated, I may fold or bolt. I mastered my art less by resolve than by default. I compulsively honed a craft, spurred by a need to disprove my worthlessness. Ever the charlatan, I sought to present myself as more fully formed than I knew myself to be every step of the way. Do we share ourselves fully, ever? Is 100% transparency honorable, admirable, in any way sustainable? Full disclosure is a can of worms, so I practice the bloodless technique of compartmentalization. Often it works, but at a cost. Secrecy keeps us abreast of our chicanery, which exacts a toll in tension, tedium, exhaustion, and guilt. Success guilt, failure guilt, guilt simply because we exist and must navigate the exigencies of those around us. Guilt for the lies we construct in response to unforeseen perils. We reveal different fragments of ourselves to different people, thereby denying our totality to any single recipient. I want so badly to excel, to be the finest artist, coolest person, most generous, most noble, most tolerant. Anything less, I imagine, signifies ignominious failure. As ludicrous as that may sound, I labor feverishly to mask my wretchedness from those positioned to potentially influence my fate. The resulting contrast between my internal and external monologues becomes farcical. In person, thank you, sir, for meeting and dazzling me. Your brilliance is inspiring, truly. I hope you'll consider purchasing my creations. Ciao and peace. Afterward on the elevator. Lummox. You serve no purpose other than to stifle enlightenment. Worked your way up from the mailroom. Congratulations. What do you know about music? Then to self. Hypocrite. Liar. Gutless wonder. Who do you think you are? That dipshit may not know much, but neither do you. Delusional, pompous, insecure poser. You're owed nothing. You handled an introduction, then offered self-aggrandizing fantasies and inconsequential musings designed for your own edification. With a game full of holes, you redraw the rules to highlight your strengths. You customize criteria by which to frame your work, apply them exclusively to yourself, and voila! You smell like a rose per your own nostrils. Asshole. Two-faced fraud, sweetness marinated in mortification. Misplaced invective, looming internal combustion fueled by righteous sanctimony. Anyone this wronged never stops toiling to appear right. When the ground finally rushes up to pulverize me, I'll welcome swift passage. Despite a flair for despair, I'm no pain junkie and prefer to process it in the analgesic corridors of the mind. Hi, Dad. Damned if I do, damned if I don't, damned if I might. Damned living, damned dead, damned betwixt, damned remembered, damned forgotten. Welcome to my cannibal suit of capitulation, of rolling over, of pandering and pimpage, of pragmatic collusion in exchange for a smattering of despotic reprieves. Of time wasted, of healing and catharsis squandered in service to a quixotic pursuit of useless greatness. Conditional divided love, I retain a miserly reserve for anyone coming this way. A door prize with your name on it, bits of gut, spleen, sinew, dropsy nads. I leave a slimy trail of viscera in my wake. My disgraced soul rots in the sun. But one beast's stench is a flatworm's perfume. When I perish, would you eulogize me? What would you say? That it was fun until you knew me well? That I departed, but you're still here, so fuck me very much. Death me, baby.